Hi there, this is Karen from Soul Shimmer Designs, and my craft project for today is this Valentine's Day Love You to Pieces wall hanging. With this project I've used the TeckWrap vinyl that's from the Valentine's Day bundle, and there are some gorgeous pinks and purples and the red as well, and my absolute fave is the hollow hearts. So I'll show you how I put this one together. I started just with a very plain cardboard jigsaw puzzle, and for the base I used this thin metal heart. I numbered all the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle and then scanned them into Silhouette Studio so that I could make the vinyl fit as well as I possibly could. The colours I decided to use for this project was the red mirror chrome, the magenta glitter and the hollow hearts. So once I had sized all the pieces up, I had cut them out on my Silhouette Cameo, and now I'm just weeding all the pieces. I had 24 or 25 pieces all together and just divided them up between the three colours. So this is the glitter magenta, which is a beautiful pink, and there we have the mirror chrome red, and you can see with the weeding pen it all comes off nice and easily. Then it was the time-consuming bit of matching up each vinyl piece to each puzzle piece and using my squidgy to apply the vinyl onto each piece. So I was quite relieved when they were all finished, and then it was on to the next part of the piece, which was the main decal, the Love You to Pieces. So I've printed out here using the red mirror chrome and just removing those smaller pieces, and then I decided to go for the sparkle purple as the offset, just as a bit of a contrast and something different. And just using here was a little bit hard to see, getting out those smaller pieces there. Now I'm using my transfer tape just to apply the wording to the offset, which is one of my favourite techniques to do. And I've used a piece of an old piece of transfer tape paper, lined that up right at the very top there, and just once I've got it exactly where it needs to be, just pushing it down, then removing the transfer tape piece and then using my squidgy to make sure it's all settled down. Then I cut a piece of acetate sheet, so a very thin piece of plastic, and I decided to use that rather than a piece of card. I just like the transparent look of that. And my weeding pen came in super handy to mark out the spot where I needed to add the glue. So I'm just adding the glue here on the left, just keeping it a thin line, the same as, so it's not too thick. And again now on the right, and then I'm just cutting the excess off. Now just matching it up to where I want it to sit on the heart, making sure it's in the center as much as possible, and pressing down. I left the glue for maybe 10-15 minutes. So once the glue had dried, I got out all the puzzle pieces and just put them around the heart, so I knew the sequence that I wanted them to go in before I came out with the hot glue gun. So I'm just putting them down randomly. I had a couple of white pieces left over which I thought I would add in, but ended up taking them out at the end. But I was really happy with how the colours were distributed around. I also added in some red cord at the top so that the heart would have the hanging piece in. I wanted to put that in before I glued everything down, rather than trying to work around a puzzle piece, that it was there already. So here I am with the trusty hot glue gun, putting everything around as I'd placed them. And now that it's finished, I just wanted to remove those stringy pieces that you get from a glue gun. The weeding pen came in handy again for something new. I just didn't want it to show up on the vinyl. So you can see here I've added in the Love You to Pieces decal, and I apologise I forgot to record that part. Now just tidying up the bow that I'd put with the red cord, fixing up the ends so that they were nice and neat and even. And I just tidied up the ends with a little bit of glue to stop any fraying or any extra pieces coming out from the cord. And there is our final finished product hanging on the wall. I did an experiment with the light. So the first picture here is no direct light, and then you'll see the difference with the second picture, how strong and bright the colours can be when it's in direct light. So that's the end of the tutorial, and this is a project that you could easily do with your kids. The components you could find easily in any craft store, and with the jigsaw puzzle maybe they could paint it and you could put, say, some vinyl hearts or XOXO on there. But I'm really happy with how this turned out. Took a little bit of patience with the pieces, adding on the vinyl onto each piece, but really happy with the colours, and thanks so much for watching.